Oh, the best thing about Acres, of course, is the books. I mean, there's something about this thing that you can't get on a computer screen. You know, the internet is a wonderful thing. I love the internet. The best research tool, the best communications tool ever invented by man. But this is fantastic because, you know, well, let me get a better example. You walk into the place and you're instantly taken up in the atmosphere of people, of words, of culture, of ideas.
I mean, that's the thing about a bookstore, is that it's a land of opportunity, literally, intellectual opportunity. There's all sorts of things waiting on those shelves if you care to look.
Acres of Books is a used bookstore, the largest in California, probably the third largest in the country. That's the US of A.
It's a treasure of sort of hidden treasure. It's a treasure of hidden treasure, if that makes sense.
Okay, here's one that's a little fancier. So here you have a beautifully designed cover, right? Have a little gold here, and this one particular one on the leaves. It smells of dust and books, and when it rains, mildew and damp and cat and thoughts. You know, thoughts, all thoughts.
They see the thoughts of man for 2,000 years, you know, written down. They see dreams.
It's put together like a fire trap, designed by 5-year-olds.
It's a place where people come and not just buy books, but love books. Books on every subject you can imagine, and some that you can't. You have all this information. This is information that somebody took the time to write, to edit, to typeset, to print, to bind. And so this one goes back about 100 years. We had about 1 million books at the peak of inventory.
There's so much disorganization on the shelf that when you start looking for one thing, you inevitably find things you weren't looking for that you knew you always wanted.
You know, that when you come in and you become kind of a fixture here, you know you belong.
I'm drinking J. Lower wine, Cabernet Sauvignon right now. And it's delicious, in fact. My first book that I bought was Carl Sagan's Contact, a few years before the movie came out. And of course I never read it because every fourth word was polysyllabic in Carl Sagan's narrative. So I was like, fuck this. You know, I watched the movie and I got the movie.
First came here in 1974. It was a rainy day. The place was dark. We had to use flashlights, and I could not figure out any order to any of this. I can remember the very first book that I purchased here for $2, or maybe $1.75. It was an 1858 copy of the Bhagavad Gita, I believe the first English translation.
It smelled like books. It's books. And these cool little things right here, these crates, you know, these vintage crates. Look at that. I haven't seen these in years. I had a grandma who lived out in Florida who always shipped oranges up to us, and they came in crates like that. I haven't seen them in years, and that was one of the things that attracted me to the store. It's just a little bit of everything.
This is a work of art, not just a work of literature, but a work of art. And you know what the great thing about books are is that when you get to the end, they automatically rewind to the beginning.